Hey guys, let's talk posters. So, a lot of people have been struggling with the posters, and it's because the editable PDFs are annoying. And we haven't been clear about everything, and I'm going to send out like an email, I hope, next week that has like clear information. So I've been working with Claudia and talking about we're trying to make things more consistent amongst all our centers. And one of the things we want to switch to is using more of the half page advertisements instead of the full poster because they're a little bit more Facebook friendly. People don't have to scroll to read the information. And something that's really important to us is that you can't see these little printer marks, is what they're called, which are important if you're actually printing them in a professional printer, like brochures or whatever. But for us, when we do mostly digital advertising, they don't look nice. And we really want the font to all be the same type of font. And I know the editable PDFs are not very friendly, so what I have done is I've made some half-page templates that are already an image. So this is already an image, it's not a PDF, you don't have to convert it. And I tell you what font and what size to use, how many lines you can have, and basically where it should be. So you could open my half-page template in old school Paint, and I can tell you for your title, it should be Arial font 72. You can maybe make it 69 to try and squeeze a little bit in there. Bold, your title should only be one line. Nothing can come on the second line. It should be about like centered with the logo. You could have 3 lines of information up top, which is your general where it's going to be and when it's going to be. It should be Arial font 36 bold. You should have a little space on top, a little space on bottom, and notice the color of the font is actually the same gray black, and I'll show you how to do that. Our margins for our information is with this white line. Yeah, so that's like our borders. Down here, we need another space, and then you can have up to 5 lines of information. That's Arial font 28 bold. So this is a way that you don't have to use the editable PDF. You can open these right into Paint, so that's what we're going to do. And so you would open, I have one for the boy. Okay, so I'm first going to start with my title, so I'm going to change the color of my font to white. I'm going to go into my font box and draw it out. Okay, I said this could be 72. We really want the majority of our posters to actually be in Spanish. So I'm going to change it into Spanish. And obviously, like if you have been advertising in English and you're, for whatever reason, really want to be English, like I think that's okay. But overall, we think the posters should be in Spanish. I'm adding the city name because we really are trying to make sure there's not confusion between what's offered in different cities. We'll see if this will let me, and it's being complicated and it doesn't want me to. So, you know what? Goodbye, Antofagasta. Yeah, yeah, I tried. So that's the hardest thing is you have limits with how big the title could be. And, you know, maybe I could even try and make this like undergraduate college club or UCC, like undergraduate CC. I mean, you can kind of play with it how you think is best. I'm going to try and line it up a little bit with my logo and with my white dots as my borders. Okay, there it is. All right, next I'm going to write my 3 lines of information here, but it's important that my font is the same color as the top up here. So I'm going to go to my eyedropper, click on the black background. Here it is. Now I can go put in my font. I'm going to draw my little box. If I go back here, it said Arial font 36 bold. So I'm going to change it up here. And we have, I'm using Sydney's Centro Binacional Chileno. Centro Binacional Chileno. Ooh, Chileno Americano. I think that's supposed to be a Jose. It's missing its E. Miguel Carrera. I think it was 1485. 1485, Casa 5. Oop, mistake. Antofagasta. Yeah. Now we're going to put the information about when it's going to be. Once again, we have a preference for Spanish. Martes 31 de mayo. and it's gonna be from 5:30 to 6:30. 5:30 to 6:30. I think I'm so used to using military time for my job. That's why I use military time, but I don't think it matters whether you use military time or not. I think I just got accustomed to using it to help prevent confusion, but I don't think anyone's going to think you're giving a trial at 5:30 in the morning. Okay, so we have the center, we have where it's going to be, and where it's at. Okay, there it is. Perfect. We have some space on top, some space on the bottom. We still have that same black color we got with our eyedropper for our next little text box down here. And let's see. I'm gonna have to like translate into Spanish. Let's see. We will be going to detail about all the testing required to apply to the university in the USA between SAT and SAT and the TOEFL. Okay, so I might make this simpler because I'm being lazy right now, but aprende. Oh, this looks really big. What was our size supposed to be? Our size is 28. Good thing I checked. 28. Aprender sobre los exámenes. Exámenes. I have a feeling I spelled exámenes wrong. I'm going to check that after. I'm used to having spell checker, and you know, it probably doesn't have an accent mark. Oh, it does. Yes, score. Okay. Aprende sobre los exámenes necesarios para postular a universidades en los Estados Unidos. Hablaremos sobre, this should be a punto, sobre las diferencias entre el ACT y SAT y el examen de inglés TOEFL. Yeah, I think that's enough for my translating right now. We're within our borders here, so that looks good. Click it out. And there's our poster. So I think it was a little bit easier than doing the editable PDF. You know, I maybe could have moved this over a little bit. That's the only hard thing. It's not like Word where you can just move it. But for example, if I made an error and let's say I wanted to change this, I can't go and click it again, you know? So what I have to do is I have to go to the rectangle tool, and I'm just going to go over it, go to my fill, you know, I use my eyedropper to match the color, and now I can go back and rewrite what I would want the title to be. Yeah, which would be in 72, be in exámenes. A little harder now to line it up, but so that's how you would go back and fix any mistakes you make. And then you can just save it as you want it to be. I feel like I'm a little unorganized right now, but so this is for Antofagasta, May, sure, whatever. And there it is, and it's ready to go.